the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for being with us. Shaquille O'Neal joins me. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. And for the Bulls, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. The story of the summer. LeBron James leaves Miami, goes home to Cleveland, Shaq.
Yes, the King has returned. He said he wanted not just to lift the whole team, but the whole region, Ernie. He's back home. He's making an impact, something that's bigger than the game.
It was a huge story. Stop the presses, LeBron James going home. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from Doris Burke from around the sideline throughout the game. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And predictably, they came out on top in the season series last year. We'll see if it's any different this time around.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Gasol trying to free himself up. Rose, good. And as Steve brought up, the outcome of the series between these teams wasn't a surprise, given how they, Clark, each finished the year.
You're right all over it, Kevin. I mean, there was success on one side, and then the disappointment of missing the playoffs on the other side.
Here is Rose. Gasol, a screen on Irving. Noah with a screen for Rose. Left side Rose. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dunleavy. And he overshot that one, missing. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against New York.
And you know what was most impressive? They've wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
Now here's LeBron. 17 points for him last game against New York.
And he really kept his head down, withdrawing contact, getting himself to the line. Played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
Now Rose, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Can't make good off the screen.
Well, what was supposed to be the triumphant return for Derrick Rose a year ago quickly turned into another nightmare season. Finally returning from that torn ACL in the 2012 playoffs, he managed only 10 games before tearing the meniscus in his other knee. Just devastating. We obviously hope that Rose can come back and put in a full season.
Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the Jays.
How about that screen by Noah?
Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's James. That's good.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Here's Rose. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Knicks in New York.
And no question, you look at his assist totals. I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing with really spreading that ball around.
Here's Dunleavy. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
And the first one drops. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated or putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. with LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
Bulls trail by 3. Noah with a screen on Irving. Rose dishes to Noah. LeBron with the block. Love with the screen for Waiters. That one wide left.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Here's Dunleavy. Feeds to Gasol. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. McDermott comes in for Dunleavy. Tony Snell's checked in for Kirk Heinrich. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Verejao. Marion comes in for LeBron. Mike Miller subbed in for Waiters. Now here is Irving. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Marion gets it to go. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brooks outside. Pass to Snell. Here's Gibson. Makes it off the glass. Gibson's got his first basket.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Cavaliers leading.
Taj Gibson, in his 6th season now in the NBA, he's in the prime of his career at 29 years old. Last season, he upped his scoring rate and averaged double digits for the first time in his career.
Here's Snell. Back to Brooks. McDermott with the screen for Brooks. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Pau Gasol. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Dellavedova's checked in. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And for Gibson, becoming more efficient, more free throw attempts, and a big leap, guys, in his free throw percentage. Steve cracking 70% from the line for the first time.
It was by far his best performance offensively, Kevin. He came into his own in terms of his post play, his aggressiveness. I think he just believed in his own mind and his own heart that he was now a good offensive player. Yeah, that's the case, no question.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the score by Cleveland. The shot and game clock separated by 4, kept alive. Here's Muhammad, and Thompson sends it back.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
7 seconds left to play here in the first. Here is Brooks. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the horn signals the end of the first. Not much offense so far. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 5. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Tune in next Wednesday night, November 5th. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Live from Oakland. It's the real deal.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Heinrich and Rose, the guards. Mirotic is out there with Nazr Muhammad, and it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Waiters. Here's Thompson, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Thompson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Cleveland. outside Rose. Mirotic sets the screen for Rose. And there's Mirotic on the assist by Rose.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done. You know that if you're a team in the East or anywhere in the NBA for that matter, and you face the Bulls, it's going to be a battle wire to wire. These guys are coming at you for the full 48 minutes. They're extremely tough within the conference, too.
Bulls trail by 5. 13 feet away. Here's Mirotic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Mirotic, the 23rd pick back in 2011. The Bulls had to wait a while for him to come over. But, Steve, it looks like their patience will be rewarded.
Yeah, I mean, he was an MVP in the Spanish ACB League. It's probably the best league in the world after the NBA. So a lot of NBA GMs really regarded him as the best international player outside the NBA last season.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does.
And Mirotic leading Real Madrid to the title in the Copa del Rey tournament. He got the MVP of that tournament as well. He's still young, but he's been proven at a very high level of competition, and you never discount that.
And Mirotic, a native of Montenegro, moved to Spain when he was 15, so he's made the adjustment smoothly to playing abroad. Now we'll see how he adjusts to the NBA.
And both free throws good for Waiters. Dion Waiters going into last season working on playing off the ball, whether, you know, catch and shoot, Steve, or coming off screens.
Yeah, he's most comfortable with the ball in his hands, but playing alongside Kyrie Irving, he's got to be more effective without the ball, working off those screens and learning to play with Irving.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've steadied themselves a little bit, trying to close this gap.
LeBron outside. Love with the screen for LeBron. Waiters on the wing. Defended by Dunleavy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's rejected. Now here's Rose. Noah with a screen for Rose. Again, Chicago.
And Waiters really has tried to emphasize staying on balance with his shot. Taking better shots, better quality shots within the offense. And we saw the results. There was an uptick in his percentages from the field and from long range as well. The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Bulls trail by 3. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And Waiters still a volume scorer. To improve his efficiency, he's got to get that free throw percentage back up and become more consistent finishing inside. But he's a natural scorer. He certainly has the talent.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Chicago. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He also wants them using a fundamental offensive approach. Specifically, he'd like to see them running the pick and roll as often as they can. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Shot clock at 6. Teardrop shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Dunleavy. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Dellavedova. There's 1:38 left to play in the first half. Some solid defense from Rose. Over in the corner, Gasol. Right side, Gasol. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And Waiters kicks to Dellavedova. Waiters passes to Varejao, and the layup's good off the glass. Varejao's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now here's Rose. He has 6. Noah dishes to Dunleavy. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And it's Rose penetrating. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Dellavedova kicks to Waiters. The feed to Varejao. Back to Waiters. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Rose kicks to Heinrich. Shoots from 14. Gasol missing again. Now here's James. James left side. The shot is off. And the first half ends in a close one. Cavaliers lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. A solid and competitive first half of basketball. LeBron, how do you feel about the team and its performance tonight?
We're doing a good job. We're on the road. You know, our shooters, we missed a couple at the end. Wish we would have went in, but they're going to continue to shoot. There's going to be a big second half for us. So we got to continue to play like we did in the first half.
Continuity is key, LeBron. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. One of the stories here, Dion Waiters getting it done today.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back in the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Varejao in at the center, filling out the middle. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Pau Gasol made a big move this summer to join the Chicago Bulls. He was courted by a number of teams, but went with his instinct. He sees the Bulls as a team that can compete for a title, saying without a doubt it is one of the championship favorites in the East alongside Cleveland. We'll see how far they go, guys.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris. Now here's Rose, following the miss by Kyrie Irving for the lead. And it's Rose missing. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup. And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64th, I think, maybe the last title.
Again, you're right on it.
He didn't make a lot of noise heading into last season's All-Star game, but boy, did Kyrie Irving put on a show when he got there. It was a playground type of game, and he dazzled everybody with his skill.
So he gets them both. And upon winning the All-Star MVP last year, Irving said the most important thing was bringing the trophy to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the fans in the Forest City, and being a native Clevelander myself, I know how much the fans appreciate being acknowledged by one of their favorite players. After all the speculation and turmoil last season, that was a nice bright spot, even if it was soon overshadowed by the return of the king.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He also asked for a very strong effort on the offensive glass. He wants to see them cashing in on a lot of second-chance opportunities. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Timeout called the Cavaliers. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused, and while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, he has the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Bulls trail by 4. Outside Rose. Takes it from 10. Rose with another miss. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Irving attacking. That's good. Irving's got 6. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Rose against Irving. Noah with a screen for Rose. And Heinrich has it in the corner. Out left to the wing. Takes the 13-footer. That doesn't go either for Rose.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
And often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing for them.
Here is Heinrich following the basket by LeBron James. That could give him a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Boy, he can power those down.
Here's Irving after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. 13 feet away, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Now you gotta love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
Bulls trail by 8. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Raiders against Heinrich. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dunleavy, and it's rebounded by Anderson Varejao. Varejau's got 6 rebounds here tonight. He gives them a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Cleveland lead.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Now here's Rose. 12 points for him. Pass to Dunleavy. He dishes it to Gasol. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Gasol's got 6.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
LeBron kicks to Waiters. James a screen on Heinrich. Love with the screen for Waiters. The dish now to Love. And he gets the bucket. Love's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Can't hit, and Cleveland will come the other way.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Bulls have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Rose passes to Dunleavy. Here's Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Good on both. And here comes LeBron. From the arc. And no good trying to get that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cleveland ahead, up 10. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next.
Coming up Tuesday, November 4th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers. Don't miss out.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Bulls trail by 10. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, at small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. Brooks is out there with Tony Snell, and it's Muhammad in at the center position. Now here's McDermott. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question, and that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Here's LeBron. Marion trying to get open, and that one's good.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Now here's Brooks. Muhammad with a screen on Irving. McDermott with the screen for Brooks. To the right side. Passes to McDermott. Clock at 6. Good.
Doug McDermott.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Timeout called Cleveland.
Doug McDermott was a high school teammate of Harrison Barnes back in Ames, Iowa. They helped the team win 53 straight games and back-to-back state titles. At the time, Barnes was seen as the surefire NBA prospect, but McDermott became a superstar in his own right, playing for his dad at Creighton.
The Bulls making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Second shot opportunity. Marion outside. Back to Thompson. Fades and shoots. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And Doug McDermott ended up playing for his father. Creighton dad didn't take it easy on him either. And, you know, do you think that part prepares him for playing under a demanding coach like Tom Thibodeau?
Without question, Kevin. I mean, you play for a demanding coach in college, then it prepares you for what you're going to face in a coach like Tom Thibodeau, who holds his guys to a high standard of accountability, demands an awful lot out of them in practice and in games. So I think Doug McDermott will be well prepared for what is going to be required as a member of the Bulls. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now here's McDermott. And it's Rose penetrating. Thompson with the block. They retain possession. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Gibson. Outside Irving. Marion a screen on Rose. Miller dishes to Bergeron. Just 5 to shoot, and that misses badly. Air ball. 7-foot shot, and it's finished off inside by McDermott. McDermott's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bulls. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to New York. Marion setting the pick for Irving. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 10. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Muhammad. Dunleavy comes in for McDermott, and it's Heinrich in for Aaron Brooks. Then for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. James comes in for Sean Marion. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Miller. Now here's Heinrich. He feeds it to Rose. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
That was a beautiful fadeaway. Knocked it down with the defender right in his grip.
Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Love kicks to Waiters. James, the pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Waiters gets a wide open look on the 3 off target. Bulls trail by 8. Rose up on top. He's covered by Irving. Rose attacking. Here's Noah. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards. Really bringing energy and life to his team.
Irving dishes to LeBron. Fades. And the shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
Rose goes in. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it coming off that fantastic game last time out.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Pau Gasol's checked in for Taj Gibson.
First team. On the floor for New Orleans, Pau Gasol.
32 seconds left in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Well, Irving has simply been great. He's got 8 points and some assists, too. How about 3 of them? He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Yeah, he's been rock solid throughout this game and really been a big factor in this offensive performance for his team.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Well, it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for Cleveland, LeBron James, taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And then for Cleveland, Sean Marion, he's checked in for Verejao. Miller comes in for Waiters, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 8. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Well, talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a 10-point play out there, and that being the case, this one is fine, over.
Chicago with the ball. Brooks for 3. Miller grabs the miss. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. James outside.
Jump ball.
And so here's Cleveland. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, I'm here with Kevin Love, and Kevin, a very big effort to come away with this game. What does it mean to the resiliency of this team to pull out a win like this?
We're just giving ourselves a chance to win. So, I mean, we're really just grinding it out as much as we possibly can, and we're getting better every day. So, we're happy we got this win. I got to give it all to my teammates and my coaches.
Hard work pays off, Kevin. Great job. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying, see you next time, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.